They start on the ground here in Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A carry for the fullback. It's Corey Schlesinger.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Johnson, 61 yards as his guy.
Oh yeah, folks. Come on now. Come on, you know you want to quit. You know you want to quit, nigga.
Strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On first down, it's Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. On 2nd and 9, Murray. His throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Yeah, this dude had Brady back there.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down.
Think about lucky, folks.
He may try and run for this.
That's
8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They do go for it. It's Murray. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Murray now on first down. To Michel on the screen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm thinking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know
touchdown DeAndre Swift, bro. He is Swift.
From 17 yards out, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
Into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here. Let's call this play away from me. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Murray being chased out.
That's a safety choice.
Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
17.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. from the gun on third down. Murray is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I'm not punting. What do I look like?
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Johnson, 83 yards.
Yes, sir.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now on second and 13. Murray has it stripped. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. Scoop and score on the
sack, fumble, strip, touchdown.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Bro, where is going on, too? Okay, I was looking for goal line food.
On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for 2 here. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize.
Can you hear the volume okay, by the way, man? I don't know if the mic's working right now. I should be able to check my screen.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Should be able to check my screen.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Shotgun now from Murray. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd and 15 now.
That is my fault. I literally dropped the 260 back.
Caught.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Murray, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
This man's just getting so lucky, bro. Like, take your touchdown
that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Come on, Snacks. Gotcha. Please stop me.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to
Second
wind up
folks.
incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
I gotta chase that ass down. I gotta chase that ass down. Kyler Murray. Come on, hike, babe. Hike. They've awoken the beast. They've just awakened the beast right now. Here we go. Come on, bring it on. Big mistake. Third and goal, folks. My man, you got second target.
But now it's third and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here.
Hike, babe.
From the gun, Murray.
Man, that ain't gonna slide in here. It's coming.
He loses the football. So 2 quarters down,
to the second half we go, folks.
Return
My receiver picking up.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Pick it up.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the counter now is Sanders. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The safety Ed Reed there to make the play. From just shy of midfield, Murray flushed out right. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much the quarterbacks have taken up.
That's picked off, folks. Big run. That made my baby. Play the man.
He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you huddle him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run with Sanders. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He can run for it, and he will. Detroit. Kyler Murray, 30 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On 1st and 10, here's Murray going for the deep ball.
Maybe trying to fix it up.
Third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm going to try to
avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they like to throw. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He's going deep for the 4th time tonight. It's an interception. Picked off at the 38. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So
Murray fighting, lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be...
Quit. Can this nigga quit already? Quit, my guy. Quit, damn it. It's over. It is over, folks. Bro, is this man quitting or what?
This time it's succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Yeah, almighty Ants, they show up here in DC, man. They can't with your man.
That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
He got the best build on DC.
That's complete.
Touchdown, this
It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they
pressure. He's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Devon Kennard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Baby.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray.
Lawrence Taylor with the
interception. Picked up by Lawrence Taylor. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration.
Just the golden tickets, man.
You can see it with him. You know if that's a veteran quarterback,
I got a safety.
He walks off like he just threw a touchdown.
The golden tickets, man.
They want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Oh. We got X-Fade.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Okay, bro, we get it. Whatever, fun HP angle. That's how they want to act, bro. Angle smash.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw it. Murray. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Murray going to throw.
Touchdown.
Another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Randy Moss.
You can have it,
and
Chief.
Somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
I'm going to come back to you.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Time to shoot the fade.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing bundle. On second down, here's Murray. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
To be honest.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
GG in the chat, y'all. Get the clutch out. Peace out, y'all. This is an XX in the building. In the building. Touring out. See y'all folks next time.